Hi, coming to you live from one of my mini houses. I am a nomadic person and recipe creator, and today I want to show you how I do what I do. I have a whole setup that's been refined and systematized so that I can pick up my whole kitchen and take it with me wherever I am that week. And I'm super excited to show you. Let's dive in. So here we are in the lab. It's a gloomy day today, but things are cheerful in the kitchen. We're gonna start with my toolbox, and maybe at the end I'll show you what ingredients I got at the farmer's market. But let's go. Okay, it just started raining outside. Looks pretty cool. Hopefully the raindrops aren't too loud. We are gonna focus on my pride and joy first thing. This is her, big old Bertha. She doesn't actually have a name, but that felt right in the moment. I'm actually kind of scared. This is really intense, but also cool. Alright, back to the video I was filming. Okay, we're gonna start with the base because this is the foundation, and these are foundational things in here. Also, these are my camping lanterns that are charging. Just, it's kind of part of it, but not really. I've removed my salad spinner to expose more of what's in here. And I'm so into space saving here that I've literally put things in the salad spinner. So this Pyrex I use all the time. Not everyone has this at their house or at the kitchens I stay in, so this is really good for measuring bigger amounts of things for recipes. I also have this bowl that just ended up in my possession, and it's really good for camping and just like having as an extra. These are for fermenting. They go with mason jars, and I just needed I needed the space, so they're in here. I love my salad spinner. I use it all the time. It really makes a difference for salads, and it's really helpful for washing things too, especially if you want to soak them in veggie cleaning solution. It's just a nice tool to have, and it's a big bowl for if I am camping and I need something for putting produce in or whatever. So in here we got ice trays because I make drink content and I like the little ice cubes. All my Tupperware, very important because if I use Tupperware at a house I'm staying at and then I have to leave, I just have to throw away the food. So I like having my own Tupperware and always using that so that whenever I pack up and leave, my food is ready to go and I just can wash and reuse everything. I also have cleaning spray. A lot of times people have toxic cleaning items that I don't want to use, so I have my own. And then I have rubbing alcohol. I actually use that pretty often to sanitize things, so I like to have that on me too. This I haven't used too much, but I always wanted one and bought it recently for an event. It's really helpful to mix up big iced teas and things for events, which I will get back to doing more of. This is just storage within storage within storage. You know, makes sense. These are weights for fermenting. So I have mason jars where I can put in the sauerkraut or whatever, put this on, and then I have these little lids for getting the air out. So I have those in here. I have these for mason jars because I hate those little metal lids that always rust on everything. So I finally got these and they're great for pouring. This is a sprouting bag. No, I think this is a nut milk bag. I also have sprouting bags in here too. And I'm not gonna go all in, but I also have my shaker for making drinks in there. So yeah, a lot of this is for my basics, but also for making content. Last but not least, I have these cute little heart silicone molds for making little treats. Here we got level 2 to 3 to the 4. Everybody drunk out on the dance floor. This is my pantry. This is where I keep dry goods. Dandy Blend is awesome if you've never had it. It tastes like coffee and it's made from dandelion root. I got dried fruit, protein powder, some apples in there, quinoa, all the goods, and then a couple kitchen tools. The rest of the kitchen tools are in the top. This is just overflow. Yeah, I used to have a big old bin that was my pantry, and I downsized to this, and it's made my setup so much more efficient. Are we ready for level 1? Can we handle it? This is my most essential business. I use all of these things all the time. This thing comes in handy so much. Straining anything, quinoa, rice, whatever the day brings. This is a scoop for cookies. This is an attachment for this immersion blender, which was a game changer. I used to have one of those NutriBullet cups, and I realized I could downsize even more and just have this and blend my smoothies in a mason jar. And yeah, it also comes with attachments, so I can whisk up some desserts, some marshmallows, whatever I need to do. I always have my own spatula with me. People have really gross plastic or like old looking wood utensils that look like dangerous. Like they look like they have some kind of plague on them. So I like to have my own. And then this is also helpful for like getting things out of certain containers, scraping them out. This I'm super excited about. It's actually a can opener. It's a compact one. I got this for camping because who knows, I might need it. But it just fits right in there like it's nothing. This I'll probably do another video on. I used to use a food processor that had one of the attachments for shredding. And that was huge and a lot to lug around for my sweet little body. I'm strong, but you get what I'm saying. Yeah, I downsized to this, and you just turn it and you can shred a crap ton of carrots in like 2 minutes, which is something I need. And I've just broken it down into all these pieces. This goes with it. Shredder, peeler, key, very, very key, because whenever I'm in a new kitchen, usually people have it, but it's impossible to find. So when I have big old Bertha here with me, just in whatever kitchen I'm in, I don't have to think about finding equipment or dig through a bunch of drawers. I just have it right here. I know everything that I have, and it makes a huge difference. It makes everything more efficient. I love this little thing for making tea. This is for scrubbing my cast iron. I have a rolling mat for sushi and chopsticks that are wooden. Basically everything I need kitchen utensil wise. And it rolls. Bam. So that makes a big difference too. I love this thing. I really wish that was all my kitchen stuff, but it's not. I have this bag I can carry while I roll the other one. And this one has all of my spices, oils, salts, gloves for cleaning, a few other ingredients, sponge for cleaning, just things that I end up needing. These I'm very excited about. Let me show you those next. I used to not be able to fit all of my spices in one bag like that, but now I can because I have downsized everything into sweet little jars. I even labeled them. These are awesome. They're pepper crackers. Yeah, these are really cool. I just ordered them online, and gosh, it makes a huge difference, and it makes it so much easier to just put this by the stove when I'm cooking and easily know where everything is. I used to have to dig through bags to find all my different spices, and this just changes the game so much. So happy about these. Also, in this bag, I have all of my measuring spoons and measuring cups because I create recipes all the time and you have to measure things to do so. And not everyone has what is needed. I have some cookie cutters left over from different phases of my life. Hopefully I use them again, but they don't take up too much space. They're not too heavy. I also have a little bit of overflow. I need to clean this up a bit more. I have a spice grinder, coffee grinder. This thing is a game changer. It's just a little funnel that comes in and out. And you can easily throw it in the dishwasher. Just some extras. I need to figure out what to do with this. Some extra oregano things, coconut oil. But yeah, this is my second part to my mobile kitchen. And again, I can easily carry this while I'm rolling this. I always have a cooler with me. This is my tried and true. And I love these things. These are ice packs and they last for a really long time. I wouldn't say 48 hours like it says on here, but at least a day. So when I'm moving houses, sometimes I have errands to run in between. So I could pack up a house in the morning and then have my groceries in this cooler all day in my car and them still be fine for me to put in a fridge later that night. So this makes a big difference. If I have two of them on top of each other, that lasts even longer into the next day. So very good to know. Very helpful for camping and traveling where you might be traveling all day and you want your food to stay fresh. Hopefully y'all are still hanging in there. Now I'm just going to show you what I bought at the farmer's market recently. I have a big trip to Florida coming up and I wanted to get some staples because the farmer's market here has the selection, the prices. I just love it so much. It's DeKalb Farmer's Market outside of Atlanta, Georgia. I'll just show you some things and then, yeah. Oh, this I stay strapped with. This is my Pyrex. I made some blue cornbread. So this can come with me. And just if there's baking pans that look sketchy, I can always use this one. So I usually travel with this too. Okay, here's a few of my things. These are really cool. They're like glass noodles. I got some, I thought these were macadamias, but they lied. They're almonds. I just wasn't looking close enough. Black rice. If you don't know, figure it out. Try some black rice. It's a pretty cool thing. Organic olive oil, tamari, toasted sesame oil. You can tell I'm feeling like an Asian vibe around here. This I'm gonna make a chili recipe with. I have a concept in mind. I'm gonna blend it up. Yeah, we'll see how that goes, but gotta keep experimenting and learning. I got some dates, which I've been snacking on. You can see the pits. Dried shiitakes are awesome. Shiitakes are super immune boosting and all the health things. So I make broths out of these. I don't really like the texture of shiitake, but I do like the flavor. Tomato paste. I've been trying to use less cans because they leach into food, but I figured this is so condensed. It's kind of negligible. This is for baking. I know I can use this to make something cool. Gonna make a tuna chickpea salad coming up in a little bit. This I just got because you can't really find it at a lot of stores, but it's one of those alkaline forming pseudo grains. Hopefully that wasn't just like another language to whoever's watching this. Um, it's less acid forming than certain grains, so potentially healthier for some people's bodies, especially if they're in a healing process. I like it. I mix it with quinoa when I cook it, and it just changes the texture a little bit in a good way. I love these. The farmer's market has these plantain chips for a pretty good price, and they're just cooked in palm oil, which, you know, may not be the healthiest ever, but it's not that bad. And then I restocked on some salt. I use this kind. You can look them up. They test their salt, which I like. And it's like a pink salt, but it comes from the Great Lakes. So it's sea salt, but not from the sea. And yeah, those are some of my ingredients. We also have these that I get at the farmer's market for a good price. I'm gonna ferment these two and make like a sparkling kefir drink, and that's really good for the gut. And then I use this for a lot of recipes when I bake. I put it into my oatmeal, my hot chocolate, smoothies, whatever. I just love to have this on hand. And again, I don't like cans as much, so this being in this container is awesome. And I always have a mason jar with me. As you can tell, I use them for a lot of things. You can even use them to measure. So if you don't want to have like extra cups and stuff, there's like 1 cup, 2 cup. This is kind of, I put hydrogen water in here, so it's kind of got a film on it. But yeah, that's the kitchen, the mobile kitchen. Thanks for watching. I got more cooking content on the way, so you'll actually see the kitchen in action. Thanks for braving the rain with me. It's been fun. Peace.